Good morning. Welcome to another deadline stream, this time for game week 3. I got to be honest, right? I love Candyland. Candyland is the OG song of the stream. But this new song we got, I got to be honest, it gets me ready. Especially when it's like 9 a.m. on Saturday morning. I've already been up for like 40 minutes. I've already been out for a little bit of a walk, quick shower. I need that song. We're going to talk about... I don't know what we're going to talk about. We'll find out what you asked me, I guess. But questions ahead of Game Week 3 to lock in our team selections. I've done a couple of transfers. I'm really not sure on the other. I bet I wildcard next week. It's not even that I'm set on doing it. I just know it's going to happen. I've already kind of accepted that. Like the Everton website, Benitez is waiting to make a decision on the involvement of Dominic Calvert-Lewin with the strikers training program still restricted by a toe problem. Is he going to play? I assume he probably is. We don't know for sure, and that's pretty annoying because I was thinking about bringing him in. I'm thinking about bringing Bamford in. I'm just not sure. Let me just tweet this, actually. So, yeah, is Adam Armstrong being overlooked? I don't think he's being overlooked. I just don't think people think he's an option right now. Looks like he has a bag of goals in him, has settled in very well. I'm sure he'll score like 10 to 12 goals this season. I don't know if he's going to score many more than that. He might do. I think he's just a fixtures player anyway. We're just waiting for the fixtures to turn. That's all. Tony for captain, not for me, but I don't think it's a bad move to hold him. I'm holding Tony this week. Wildcard is the way. I'm not wildcard. I don't think I'm wild. Okay, here's what I'd say. If I knew Ronaldo was going to start next week and I knew he was 100% on penalties, I would possibly wildcard this week, get in Harry Kane. I think that was a nice idea. I spoke about that yesterday. So yeah. Calvert-Lewin's not injured. It's just one of those annoying quotes where if you own him, you keep him. If you don't own him, you're like wondering whether you should bring him in. I've just retweeted it there. I wouldn't sell him. I definitely wouldn't. I bet he plays. I'm going to sneeze as well. That's annoying. Really, Ibrahim, thank you very much. Please, should I change Son to Rafinha and Ings to Kane? I think if you've got Son, you probably just keep... I don't know. I mean, you could do that, I guess. But I feel like Son, if you've got him, you just keep him. That's probably what I would do. Who would you bench out of... I wouldn't bench Sarr, even against Spurs. I'd play Sarr over Amarty. Looks like Salah will drop in price. Yeah, that is ridiculous. I mean, what's he on now? He is on... He's on minus 100, so he could drop tonight. That is ridiculous. Salah dropping in price. I know it's Chelsea. To be fair, if you're wildcarding, you take him out, you've not lost any money. You wildcard him back in. Why not, I guess? I'm already... I know I keep saying I can't keep dwelling on my Game Week 1 moves, but the Gundogan and Mahrez thing still haunting me a little bit because even if I wanted to make a nice, aggressive move this week, I can't because I had to deal with those two. I've not heard anything new about Morpay, no. Heat Lifer, thank you very much. Aaron, Captain Antonio, Bruno. Yeah, look, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm going to do right now. I think okay, let's have a look at my team. I think I'm on Antonio, or I could be on Fernandes. Yeah, I'm on Antonio right now. That could switch. Like, it's so close, I don't even have a reason for why you go one over the other. I mean, Antonio's at home. His ceiling's still quite high, probably similar to Bruno's. Bruno's a midfielder, though. The thing with Bruno is he only really needs one return. He could be on 10 points. Whereas Antonio definitely needs 2 returns to get to 10 points. I mean, I guess he could score, get 3 bonus and be on 9. It wouldn't be that bad. I don't know. People are going to ask me about captain all morning, and I don't really have a good move, a good reason. I just don't. It's all the stuff I talked about on there. Like I don't think Wolves are going to get rolled over, but Man United are going to score. I'm almost sure of it. Will Fernandes be involved? Will the team be lifted because of Ronaldo now? I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I'm on Antonio right now. I mean, I guess my actions will speak louder than my words on this one. Right now, I'm on Antonio, but I am not saying I won't switch, and it's not to try and fool anyone. Like I've even looked at all the algorithms as well. Most are saying Fernandes, but not all of them. Some of them think that Antonio's a better option. And I'm thinking, am I going with Antonio because I know the crowd is going with Antonio? I'm just not sure. Will Fernandes be like a parting captaincy gift? You know, if Fernandes had scored the hat-trick in Game Week 2 and not 1, would we even be talking about this? All these things are going through my head. So, yeah, I can't help you. Isan, what do you think of Bruno and Tony to Harrison/Gray plus Kane captain? Also have Son, Kane for CR7. Yeah, look, I like I like the idea of this, right? But as always, it's very easy for me to say I like that idea when I don't have to do it, right? So selling Fernandes is obviously a big thing. Again, we don't know if CR7 is going to take penalties. So he's going to take penalties. I'm going to be saying this all week. There's no way Ronaldo rocks up to Man United on his return and doesn't take penalties. So in theory, yes, I like Kane in. Great captain this week. But then obviously you've got the risk. Will he start? I'm sure he will. I would say that the minutes for Europe was to get... Sorry, the game in the European game was to get minutes in his legs. That's probably why he played. I kind of like it. I think it's a nice aggressive early move. There obviously Bruno could go mad. Tony is still a good pick this week, I think. So it's not without its risks. But if you're sure that you want CR7 in next week and you've got enough money to do Kane, and bearing in mind CR7 might not. I should just call him Ronaldo, should I? He might be 13 million or something like that. So if you've got enough money in the bank, you've got to consider that too. I think he'll be 12.5, but he could be 13. They could make him the highest the highest priced player in the game, given his kind of status. Yeah, a lot of people are probably going to sign up to FPL just because Ronaldo's in it, I reckon. Be interested to see how much it goes up. I've not got a playing bench with Calvert-Lewin. What would you do? Simicast is someone like Reguilon or Livramento from -4. Nah, I don't. I don't like. I hate quotes like this because it just scaremongers people. If I had Calvert-Lewin, I would just keep him and I wouldn't make any changes. I suspect he'll play. But it is annoying. It's really annoying. Because I got to be honest, I'm in two minds about my move. Because I could do Parika to Bamford. And then next week I was thinking about doing Tony to Calvert-Lewin. But now realistically, I need a slot for Ronaldo, don't I? In which case I was thinking, well, just bring Calvert-Lewin in now. Because I think out of the two, I'd rather have Calvert-Lewin. But can I bring him in when I see a quote like that? And if I don't bring him in after a quote like that, then I'm going to regret it when he bangs. So I'm not sure. The reason I've got Parika in is because I'm going to sell him. I'm just not sure who to yet. I probably won't reveal who I sell him to, but it'll probably be Bamford or Calvert-Lewin. Just so you know. So yeah, I've done Rafinha and Basuma in for Gundogan and Mahrez. I did that last night, so I missed. So Basuma's risen in price now, and Gundogan's fallen again. So yeah. Keep or sell Mahrez, odds to start. I mean, so there's a guy called FPL Meta who has started a site, 11ify, I think it's called. And on there, they have lineup predictions. And I think Mahrez is on 57%. So the people that are kind of predicting these lineups, they're not that confident. I'd be the same. I don't know if he's going to start. My gut feeling is he will, but then Jesus played so well on the right, and now apparently Pep's coming out saying he's a winger. He's saying that about half of his squad can play up front. How do you predict Pep? We're going to go through this every week. So keep or sell. I've sold. So I guess again, actions probably speak louder than words. Odds to start. I'll say 57% because that's what's on 11ify. 50-50, I guess. Are you sure Bamford is on pens? Look, I guess I can't say 100% until I see a penalty. I would say 99.99%. So what happened last year is Click missed a penalty and then Bamford got given them, and they said it's because Click missed. And so I don't see why Bamford would now be off them until he misses. When he misses, they might just change the taker straight away. But yeah. That's all I can say. I would say that Bamford is on penalties, yes. Why is Barnes so under-owned against Norwich? People are just worried that he's not going to start. For what it's worth, if I had Barnes now, I've missed the price drop already, I'd probably just keep him. Ignore that price review on Twitter. It's a load of rubbish. In fact, I should just probably block whoever did that. Every single time someone comes out, it's a new boring way of pretending about a price reveal. Start Amarty or Ayling. I would. It's a tough one, that, because I think Leicester defence is better, but does Amarty offer anything in attack? Will Norwich score? I feel like Burnley are just a worse attack. So Burnley are a worse attack, but Leicester are a better defence. I'd probably go for Ayling. I just think he might be a bit more attacking. Although lots of Leeds fans are saying that he could play centre-back in the back three. So make of that what you will. Trent and Basuma or a 5.5 million defender and Rafinha. I mean, if you have to play them every week, then definitely the defender and Rafinha. I mean, obviously, I'd like to find a way to get Trent. But yeah, if you have to play them every week, you don't want to be playing like a Basuma every week. A -4 Bruno to Kane captain. Already have Greenwood for United cover. I think only if you really think that Kane is that much of a better option than anyone else you've got. I don't know about taking a hit for it. When I said earlier about people doing it, I kind of liked it for free rather than for a hit. Yeah, my team's going to get confusing, isn't it? I just constantly ask questions. Okay, I'm just going to put Basuma in. It might make it a bit easier. Should I take a hit to get Kane or roll the transfer? I don't think Kane needs a hit right now. Again, unless you want to make that aggressive play. I'm not sure about a hit. Son or Antonio. If I had Son, I'd captain him this week. I really would. I know I haven't got him, but did you sell Son? I never owned Son this season so far. Less interested in CR7 for FPL, but very interested to work out how much worse it makes Bruno. Quick math, 20 to 25% less points in my opinion. Yeah, I think he loses penalties, doesn't he? And that was 9 goals last year, so that's 45 points straight off. So it would have still made him like a near 200-point player, I think. I think he missed a penalty as well, so it would have made him a 200-point player still. So he's still a good option, Bruno. But obviously, we don't know how his role will change with Ronaldo in the team. I don't think it makes him like this really, really, really bad option. But when you're paying 12 million, you want to be sure, and you kind of want the penalties, right? So yeah, the thing is, I'm not even sure right now. Like, if I'm trying to keep my sensible head on rather than my I really want Ronaldo head on, then I don't even think it's necessarily a bad play to keep Fernandes for Newcastle and just not get Ronaldo straight away. I guess will he even be ready to play? I'm sure he will. I think he's already played one game for Juventus this season. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be ready to start at Old Trafford in Game Week 4. I'll be very surprised if he's not. I think he's going to play an international break anyway, isn't he? Would I go for Kane or Son? Captain Kane, I think. Yeah. Look, on Calvert-Lewin, again, it's I'm like, the thing is, right. So this thing, this is where these things get annoying, because it's like I can't say whether he's going to play or not, but I think he probably will. All right, so this is the tweet from Fantasy Football Scout. Let me just get it up a sec. I'll just bring it up on this screen. In fact, I'm going to keep it up so I can keep. I'm just going to hide it. So this is the. In fact, we don't even need to see Calvert-Lewin doing. This is the tweet, right? This is from the Everton website. So I saw this last night. So this is new. This is from the embargoed section of the press conference. So this is what Benitez said that they weren't allowed to report until later on. So Benitez is waiting to make a decision on the involvement of Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Brighton, with the strikers' training program still restricted by a toe problem. So what it's worth saying is, he's had this toe injury. Yeah, see, look, it says there he's had this toe injury since pre-season, and he's been playing through it. So is it now become so bad that he's not going to play? I'm just not convinced. So I think he'll play. Does it put me off buying him a little bit? Yeah, maybe. Davern, thank you. Ronaldo's 50. Yeah, ignore the price reveal, like I said. Did quite well in the first 2 weeks and feeling reckless enough to make a Ricardo Pereira captain. Probably a huge mistake. It probably is a huge mistake, yeah, but good luck with it. Will Amartey start? I think he will with Vestergaard out. I think he will. I still think Ayling against Burnley is not a bad option, but I guess it is a way. Amartey will start. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't. He started the last couple. Vestergaard's out again. That's it. I think he's definitely want Calvert-Lewin next. The thing is, I'm just wildcarding, aren't I? I know I'm wildcarding already. I already know that I'm going to wildcard in Game Week 4. Like, I can't bring Calvert-Lewin in, but I'm going to want him next week. But can I really bring him in when I've got that bench? Like, it's just so risky for me. Bruno to Traore and Tony to Kane and Kane to Ronaldo. Go for it. Calvert-Lewin to Bamford. One more free transfer. No, I don't think I'd sell Calvert-Lewin if I had him. Ings and Brownhill for Armstrong and Benrahma. I mean, I feel like there's more to it because you're not playing Brownhill, are you? I don't. Yeah, I'd probably just keep Ings for this week. Duffy versus Simicast, who to bench? Probably Simicast. Probably not going to play anyway, and it's Chelsea. Was thinking behind getting Basuma. So I've got a lot of money in the bank. I'm going to buy a striker, Calvert-Lewin or Bamford. Bamford or Ings. Bamford or Ings. Well, long term Bamford for sure. This week, possibly Danny Ings, to be honest. Although I think Burnley is a great fixture for Leeds. Dyer, Ayling, remove Salah, Son. Dyer or Ayling? A lot of Spurs fans seem to think that Dyer is going to be the centre-back that keeps his place alongside Romero. Slightly better fixtures, maybe. Maybe Dyer. I don't think there's much in it, though. Calvert-Lewin or Antonio long-term? I think you just... I'm going to have to say Antonio. I mean, I always do, don't I? But the fixtures are so good. If he can stay fit, happy days, right? Happy days. Have you looked at Fernandes' numbers for Portugal when he plays with Ronaldo? Not really. It's a different team, isn't it? I mean, Fernandes is like central to Man United. I understand that kind of changes when Ronaldo comes in, but I mean, until I see it, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Like, Portugal's just a completely different team, but like everything will be revolving around Ronaldo now. I think that's quite clear. Let's just see, I guess. Rafinha in for Jota this game week, or save the transfer and do Fernandes to Rafinha and Ings to Ronaldo next game week. Yeah, I just got to hope Jota keeps starting. I mean, I don't mind Jota to Rafinha as a long-term move, to be honest. It's Chelsea. Might not start. If you're going to do it anyway. Oh, no, because you could do Fernandes to someone else, I guess. You could even do it back to Jota if you wanted to. Yeah, I don't mind Jota to Rafinha, I don't think. I don't think you need to do it, but if it works out for your plan next week, happy days. Sancho and Gundogan to Greenwood and Grealish, or hit and do Sancho to Song, Gundogan to Grealish, Benrahma and Pukki for a cheap forward. I wouldn't want to necessarily downgrade Pukki any more than you've already got him, really. Not if you have to play him every week. I don't know about getting Grealish in right now, or Greenwood, to be honest. I feel like the only way Greenwood continues to be an option now from next week is if Pogba goes central. Because if not, it's going to be Pogba, Ronaldo, Sancho front three very soon. That's something I would definitely think about. Would you sell Jota? Possibly. Would you go for Rafinha or Greenwood? I'd definitely go for Rafinha over Greenwood. I have Barnes sitting there too, but the Norwich game week's a hard sell this week. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Is Benrahma a must? I don't think he's must own, but I mean, he does look like a very, 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 very good option right now. Kind of just ride out this ridiculous form he's in. Play with 10 or bring in Reguilon or Sofao for a -4. I mean, I'd possibly take the hit to have a playing defender, to be honest. I don't like playing without 11 players. Salah and Tony for Son and Bamford. Again, like, yes, I guess for this week, those moves are better, but what's the long-term plan for Salah? You're going to want Salah back for Game Week 4, I think. 2 free transfers, Simicast to Williams. Barnes captain. Good luck. Good luck. And my Mads captain Ings. I don't think he's the best captain this week, that's for sure. But, I mean, it's a great fixture. So I'm not going to say mad. Focus. DCL, bruised toe, no problem. He loves the header. Yeah, exactly. I think he'll play. It is annoying, though. It is very annoying. I will say that. Wildcarded, going without Trent and Bruno. Thoughts? I mean, I guess Bruno's not too bad, maybe. If Ronaldo is then the man. Trent, I think long term you probably want Trent. Kane, Lukaku, Antonio, plus Salah, plus Jota, plus Rafinha, plus Benrahma, Matip, James and Semedo. I feel like it's a little bit risky. I mean, you got Semedo against Man United this week. I mean, long term, I get it, right? I do get it. Reece James, yes, he should play most games. Matip is just an injury waiting to happen. But the front line looks great. The front line. Even if I was wildcarding, I don't think I would put Lukaku in my team, if I'm completely honest. I just think, yeah. Yeah, look, so I need to put a disclaimer. I'm going to put a disclaimer on the screen. Hang on. Okay, maybe this will help. Hang on. Let me see if this works. Just quickly designed it in Photoshop. Job done. Red and green. I don't think that's a very nice look. Let me just save this. Saved. There you go. Although that could be over a little bit more, can it? So this is what the formation will be. It'll be a 3-4-3, and I'll swap Parika probably for Calvert-Lewin or Bamford. I don't know who. Won't be any. I don't think it'll be anyone else. I'm trying to think who else could it even be as a striker right now. Jimenez, just too early. Oh, my head's in the way of it now. So that's what Basuma's... Basuma's not going to be in my team, basically. I just swapped him in because everyone was then going on about Parika. Get rid of Mahrez or Gundogan or save the transfer. I mean, at this point, you've missed the Gundogan drop again. Mahrez... I mean... Okay, let me put it this way. Gundogan... I think Gundogan plays. Without De Bruyne, I just don't see how Gundogan doesn't play. By the way, people saying about DCL having a break over the international break. I mean, he's in the England squad. So yeah, I mean, you could get rid of Mahrez. It depends who you get in, though. I mean, saving the transfer is not a bad play. Mahrez to Rafinha, yeah, Rafinha for sure. I'm going to be wildcarding next game with Ronaldo. Who is your best 1 week punt this week? I'm removing Mahrez 9 million. Oh god, I've not even thought. The problem with these questions, I've not really thought about that, so I'm just going to make an off the cuff decision, and it might not be great. If you've got 2 free transfers, getting Jamie Vardy in wouldn't be that bad, I don't think. Son, if you can afford Son, but you're saying you've only got 9 million. I don't even know. The thing is, midfielders, they're just like, meh. Grealish against Arsenal, maybe. Greenwood, but that's not a great punt, to be honest. I almost feel like Rafinha against Burnley is great, even as a punt. Like, otherwise, it's someone from Leicester, like Barnes or Maddison. But even Barnes, would I be 100% confident he starts? I'd almost want to make another move to make the use of that money. Yeah, so the problem with, surely it's Bamford and then Calvert-Lewin is, what about Ronaldo? He's going to be a forward, so where the hell does he go, you know? That's the problem. That is the problem. Salah, Ings, Rafinha out. No way. No way. So that's possibly a -8 or a -4. For Kane, Benrahma and Grealish in. I mean, potentially yes. Obviously, I don't know what the long-term moves are, but I think you're going to want Salah back from game week 4. Ings has got a good game this week, and Rafinha is a good option longer term. So I don't particularly like it, no. But obviously, if it fits in with what you want to do, go for it. But it's probably not what I would do. Livramento for Chilwell, Benrahma for Jorginho. Yes, I guess so. I mean, surely soon Chilwell's going to start, right? Could be Alonso again, though. I mean, Alonso's been playing well, right? I don't know. I feel like Chilwell's going to start. So do I don't hate it to get Benrahma in. Don't hate it. Salah and Tony out for Son and Bamford. Again, like, what's the long-term play with Salah? Like, if Salah's available for game week 4, you're going to want him straight back, right? I mean, you could even argue that Salah against Leeds is a better captain than Ronaldo or Bruno against Newcastle. I mean, it's close. Then he's got Palace, then he's got Brentford, then he's got Man City, then Watford. Like, Salah is just... Yeah, that's always going to be my question. Salah to Son. Okay, it sounds good for this week because Salah's got Chelsea, but what's the long-term play? If you're going to roll straight into a wild card, then yeah, I guess sure. I'm actually like I'm not that happy about my moves right now because I did them on Thursday night into Friday to try and catch the price rise, and they didn't happen, right? And then obviously we got all the Ronaldo news yesterday, and I feel like I might have done something different if I knew Ronaldo was coming to Man United, like possibly getting Son in and just wildcarding in game week 4. So I could have done that. I could have protected the value on Gundogan and Mahrez anyway, and I could have also got rid of Veltman before he dropped. So yeah, I'm not like the thing is and my rank is fine, like 208k, but I'm still like annoyed about how things are gone, and it's hard to shake that. Until Rashford or McTominay are back, Greenwood is nailed as the academy graduate starter. Pogba doesn't count. Huh? I mean, it could be Fred and Pogba, or Matic and Pogba in a 2, but it also might not. It could be Fred. It could be Fred and Matic. I don't know how often that's happened though. So I mean, Greenwood's nailed for this week. Anything from game week 4 onwards, I wouldn't be so sure. 5.5 mids will be appreciated again. Premium forwards, possibly, yeah. Personally, I still think I'm probably just going to go with 2 premiums, but let's see what happens. Bench, which one? Amati, Livramento, Trent, Shaw, so far. I mean, is that even a... Come on. You're playing Trent, Shaw, and so far, right? You think Kane will play the full 90? I wouldn't be surprised. Simicast, Ailing, only have Brownhill backup. I mean, yeah, if you've not got to play in 11 and you've got 2 free transfers, sounds okay. Trent for James to allow Kane or CL7 in the future. Again, I mean, Trent might be the best way to downgrade rather than downgrading a midfielder. I think he's probably the best way to get 3 premiums without getting like loads of like 5.5 million midfielders or whatever. So possibly. I'm not sure I'm ready to commit to that right now though. Charlie, thank you. Captain Son over Antonio. Yeah, I'd probably do that if I had him. Well, I would do that if I had him. Salah for Son captain until game week 4. Shaw Ailing on the bench. I wouldn't bench Shaw. Again, if you want to do that Salah move, if you're going to get him straight back, that's 2 transfers, quite precious, especially at this time of the season, I would say. Eric, thank you. Am I crazy to play MRT over Trent this week? Yeah, I think that is a little bit crazy. I mean, I get it because of the fixture, but Trent is just Trent, right? Anything can happen with him. So attacking. Could get a clean sheet. Hanny, best 2 or 3 premium players to own: Salah, Ronaldo, Kane, Fernandes, Lukaku, long term. I mean, the thing is, I don't think we should be thinking about it long term. But Salah is still the FPL GOAT. I'm gonna say Salah, Ronaldo, Kane right now. Long term, maybe Lukaku because of the game week 7 fixture swing. I've done fancy. Yeah, I think I've taken a hit or something. I can't remember who I've captained actually. Socek or Mahrez. I think if I'm keeping Mahrez, I think if I've got Mahrez, I'm definitely playing him ahead of Socek. Yeah. Salah to Son captain -4, then wildcard game week 4 Salah back. For a -4 though for captain, do I think Son's that good? I'm not sure he is. Why is it a -4? Because you've already done another transfer, I guess. I'm not sure about a hit, to be honest. Tanganga or Sanchez for White? I think Tanganga. I mean, Dyer might even be the best option. I don't know if he's gone up in price though. Start Duffy or Amati. Oh, against Everton or Norwich. I think Duffy's got such good goal for it. I'd probably just start Duffy. Keep Barnes or get Benrahma in. Only 1 free transfer. Right now, I'd probably just keep Barnes. You've already taken the price yet. Let's just hope that he plays against Norwich. Which free to play? Trent, Cresswell, Shaw, Luka Dean, Amati. I think you've got to play Cresswell. I'd probably play Trent, Cresswell, and Shaw. I don't like benching Trent. I don't like benching him. How many people are in my FPL League? I think by the time this game week goes through and all the extra people get added, I think there's 75,000 people in the league. It's absolutely mad. I think it might be one of the biggest leagues in FPL. I don't know. It's probably not the biggest because there's probably some really big leagues from some really big companies or something. But it's big. do. Might go 3-4-3 if wildcarding for game week 4 if CR7 is a 12.5 million forward, then Salah, Benrahma, Jota, and Rafinha with CR7, Antonio, and Jimenez. Nice. Transfer Simicast out for Livramento to get the 0.1. Look, if you've got no other transfer and 2 free transfers, then yes. But I don't think this is a move that like should be prioritised. If you weren't a Man United fan, would you still go Ronaldo? Quite possibly, yeah. Game week 7 wildcard still better. See how everyone settles in. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, I don't think there is a definite of when a wildcard's great or not. Ginger Smoggy, thank you. Krishna Sanchez might wildcard on game week 4 or 5-2. To be honest, Ings, Bamford. I mean, you got a pretty solid team though. Pereira on Trent. Sure, see how it goes. Captain Son over Antonio or the other way. No, definitely Captain Son if I had him. Definitely Captain Son if I had him. I might. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna have a quick look at a wildcard team. Hang on a second. Who to bench from Sofal, Shaw, Sancho? You can't bench Sancho or Rafinha. You got to bench Shaw or Sofal. Probably Sofal. Well, I think you can make a case for benching Shaw too. Should I start Duffy over Trent? No, I don't think so. Which Chelsea defender would you choose for your wildcard team? Probably Reece James right now. But the thing is, the transfer window's shutting in a few days. Will there be more big business? What would I? Okay, let's have a look. The problem is the only problem is with like wildcarding to get Ronaldo in is you just don't know how much he's going to be, and also you don't really want to get Calvert-Lewin right now. I mean, would I change much more than that? Would I really want 3 £6 million players? Probably not. I don't think I can wildcard. I'm very jealous of Kane, though. Very jealous of Kane. Had 2 free transfers to Gundogan to Benrahma. Do I roll the free transfer or Salah to Son? Kane, Son, the 2 best candidates this week. Having neither seems risky. I don't know if it's risky, but yeah, I mean, you could do that. Again, what's the long-term plan with Salah would be my question. Super transfers. Maris to Rafinha. Save the one. Top 50 goes so far. Sounds good to me. No issues with that. Guess what Ronaldo's price will be? I would say. I'm going to say. I don't know if it's going to be 12.5 or 13. I feel like they might just make him the most expensive player in the game. 12.5, I say. CB, thank you. Do I think Grealish is nailed? I mean, I will never say that a Man City player is completely nailed, probably, but he looks pretty good right now for nailed on us-ish. By the way, for anyone with Man City players, there is a chance you get. There is a chance that we'll get some late news. For Man City players, I don't know how confident I would be on that, but possibly, like you might find out the Maris is starting. Hang on, what's this? Agent Bruno Fernandes must quickly give away the penalties now. Will be some goals in the minus for him. Yeah. Should I stay 3-5-2 with Barnes, Harrison, and Benrahma? Should I stay 3-5-2 with Barnes, Harrison, Benrahma, or do I sub one out for Tony on my bench and play a 3-4-3? I think all those midfielders are probably fine to play over Tony. I think Tony's a good pick, by the way, but those 3 midfielders are all fine to play. Will Simicast play? Probably not. There is a chance, but I don't think so. That sneeze has been waiting for like 40 minutes. Sanchez is the best move just to sell Simicast off my bench. Calvert-Lewin, Fernandez, Son, Rafinha, Gilmore, Amati, Cancelo. Yeah, I mean, your team seems pretty good, Michael, yeah. So you could just do that. Ben, thank you. Tisha, thank you. Who's taking free kick? I mean, I just don't see how it's not Ronaldo. I just don't see how Ronaldo doesn't just come in and take everything, even though he's really not great at free kicks. Havertz or Mount? I feel like Mount is likely to get more minutes. I don't know with Chelsea, because the thing is, I feel like they've got hardly any spots for like lots and lots of players, so it's really difficult. Like, if you think that Lukaku's going to play most games and so is Mount, there's only like one spot really for Havertz or Werner or Pulisic or Ziyech. It's mad, like the strength in depth. There will be some rotation, I'm sure. They might go all out attack at some point, just play two kind of mids like Kante, Kovacic, Jorginho. I mean, I don't see that happening that often, though. Ben, thank you. YouTuber, thank you. Is Ronaldo also taking goal kicks? I mean, he might just well do. Would I take a hit to bring in Son this week? Probably not. I guess it depends who for. I'm not against taking a hit, because I'm gonna take one myself, but it would really depend who for. Bruno to Jota or Pogba to make way for Cristiano. I mean, you don't. Probably Jota. I'm still not sure about Pogba as a long-term option. Do I think Ings will be a good captain this year? I think he's okay. There's plenty of other. All I'll say is there's plenty of other players I'd rather captain ahead of Danny Ings. Honestly, I wouldn't really worry too much about if you're not going to make the move for like Kane this week, then don't worry about selling Bruno for Ronaldo next week. Sorry, I was just checking other stuff. I'm just looking. I'm just wondering what to do. Jota and Trent out for Son and Simicast. No, I definitely wouldn't be bringing Simicast in. It just locks the Liverpool spot. I just don't see why you would do that right now. Amati and Tony or Shaw and Tony? Shaw. So Shaw versus Amati, sure. Transfer Ings for DCL. We knew should I take the hit? No. I think Calvert-Lewin will probably be fine. Like I said, if you've got him, I would definitely keep him. Just play him. Back three: Trent, Shaw, Simicast, Duffy. Simicast is probably not going to play. It's Chelsea anyway, so it's not really that big of a issue. Like if it was Norwich at home, I'd possibly risk putting Simicast in, but it ain't. We thought Bruno. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I wouldn't worry too much about Game Week 4 questions right now. I mean, Bruno and Tony to Rafinha and Ronaldo. Yes, it looks quite nice actually, to be honest. Now I think about it, but let's see what happens. Kane captain over Son. Yeah, if I had Kane, I would captain him. Also, my wildcard, Calvert-Lewin out for who? Don't want to risk it. Bamford. Or Antonio if you don't have him. Do I use my one free transfer to Luca Dean to Ayling? No, don't think so. If Barnes blanks against Norwich, I'm never transferring him in again. Fair enough. Although always keep an open mind. Always try and keep an open mind. Do you think Kane will start? I'd be extremely surprised if he doesn't, honestly. I'd be very, very, very surprised. Like, why would he not start, you know? Nuno didn't say anything about him having any fitness issues. Like, yes, he played in Europe and Son didn't, but Son's had loads of pre-season time. Kane hasn't, so I assume that would be the reason why. I'm happy my team and have 2 free transfers. Would you swap? Yeah, look, I'd do the Simicast move if I genuinely had no other issues with my team. I really would. Ebby, thank you. Sanchez, Trent, Short. What's the thoughts on team? Why am I worried, Captain Antonio? I don't know. Team looks great. Team looks great. Play Dunk or Ailing. I think it's got to be Dunk. My first FPL, I have 2 free transfers. I don't feel like doing any transfers. Okay, it's okay to burn a transfer, but I'd be very surprised if at this stage of the season people don't have any transfers to make, like even just one. You don't have to use 2, but you could just use 1. Rafinha to Benrahma. I wouldn't be selling Rafinha this week, personally. Yeah, honestly, I do. I like Bruno as a captain. Plenty of people are going to go Bruno this week. Like, what I would say is don't pick Antonio because you think like he's going to be the only one captain, because he absolutely won't. Like, Fernandes will be heavily captain this week. I would be surprised if they're not both over 100% ownership. Doo-doo. On a wildcard, Wilson, Jimenez or Bamford? Bamford would mean a defensive downgrade. Yeah, but I don't know who that is. Obviously, I know it's difficult to put the whole team in. I haven't really thought too much about a wildcard. I kind of like Jimenez from next week. It's a little bit of a punt because we know how good of a player he is, but is he going to come back the same? Will he score as many goals? Not quite sure. So it depends who the defensive downgrade is, I think. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Wilson either. I just think right now he's probably not who I would go for. He's not even got that bad fixtures, though. But probably I would go Bamford. But it depends who the defensive downgrade is. Antonio rings. Antonio, what are your thoughts about having Calvert-Lewin and Duffy in teams this week? No, I would just play I would play Duffy over Tsimikas. I wouldn't worry about having Calvert-Lewin as well. I've got Parika because he's going to be... Because if I put Basuma in, people are just going to say that team looks rubbish. So Parika's in, and as per the message on the screen, I will transfer him out. I'm just not quite sure who for yet. Calvert-Lewin or Bamford? I feel like I can't bring Calvert-Lewin in now, and that is going to kill me. I've just seen someone leaking talking about team news already, but it's quite funny because I block as soon as I know that someone is posting fake team news, I block them straight away. So whenever someone else talks about them, and I see that that's in a blocked account, I know it's just absolutely rubbish. What are your top 3 must-haves for Game Week 3? Kane, Son, and Antonio. Bearing in mind, I've not given that too much thought. I'm just off the top of my head. I've got Sanchez, Foster, and a 4-minute. How do I go about putting in CL7? You'd have to sell Bruno or Salah. You can maybe do a triple move, Son plus Trent out, but probably you're going to have to sell Bruno. That's for Heat Lifer. Antonio Son, captain Son, Jacob, Salah to Traore, and Tony to Kane. Yeah, possibly. How are you going to get Salah back next week? Red Rooster, thank you. No, trust that leaked team news is rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. Do. Yeah, Calvert-Lewin or Bamford. I don't know. I don't know. I think Bamford is a better option. I think even without this kind of slight injury concern, which I don't think will be a problem, I think Bamford is the better option this week. But Calvert-Lewin is the better option for next week. If you want me to discuss like Ronaldo's FPL price stuff, I did a whole stream on it yesterday. If you want to check that out. Honestly, ignore that leak. Ignore that leak about Mahrez because that's just not a good source. The place to look is The Athletic. If Sam Lee's on there chatting this morning, I don't know if he will be though. Let me see. Where's Man City? Don't they usually have like a discussion? Let me see. They haven't got a discussion going, I don't think. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Man City fans discuss the Arsenal game. Let me see. There's already people in there asking Sam like FPL questions. It's so funny. Let's see what he said so far. Someone asked him, will we see that rarity, an unchanged team for today's match? I doubt it. There's always likely to be at least one change somewhere. I'd like to see Zinchenko. Oh, interesting. Sam Lee, not a City fan, grew up as a Man United fan, but genuinely couldn't claim to be one now. Very interesting. Yeah, it doesn't say any, I can't see anything about Mahrez or whatever for anyone that's got him. Where am I at? Start Jota or Amati? Jota. I think you got to start the attacker. Actually, thank you. Shaw, James, and Wild. Shaw. Ben White to Duffy or Simicast to Duffy. I'd probably keep Ben White now for the fixtures from next week. So I'd probably say Simicast. But again, do you need the money from the Ben White move? What are your thoughts on Tony to Adam Armstrong? I would just keep Tony this week. You've already missed the price drop anyway. Who's Sam or why are people asking him FPL questions? He's the Man City journalist for The Athletic. So they're not really asking him like who to buy and sell. They just want to know who's starting. Mara's out. Son or Greenwood in for minus... Oh, you got to get Son over Greenwood. Come on. One of them's playing Watford this week. Best West Ham defender so far. I mean, Cresswell's probably the best. But I still like so far for a cheaper price, though. Take out Tony and Bruno / Take out Tony... and Bruno / Salah to Benrahma and Kane -4. Take out Tony and Bruno / Salah to Benrahma and Kane. Yeah, if you've got a plan for what you do next week, I'd probably take out Bruno rather than Salah, even though Bruno's got a better fixture this week. What are 3 budget defenders for Game Week 3? Ayling. I'm just gonna think quickly. Dyer, Ayling, and Amati. Budget. Let me quickly think. Any other budget players? Yeah, I'm gonna say those 3. They're very obvious though. If that's what we're talking budget, maybe Duffy, keep or sell Torres. I think I'd possibly keep him at this point. I mean, there's a chance that he plays striker again, isn't there? I think I'd keep him. Vardy or Son captain? Probably Son, but I don't think Vardy's that far behind. Look. I have Sanchez. I have a free transfer left. Who should I transfer out? I have Simicast, White, and Obafemi on the bench. Well, I mean, to be honest, I'll leave it up to you who to transfer out. Like, it's your team. I don't want to pick who you should be transferring out. I'm happy to give an opinion on a transfer you're looking to make, but obviously, you know, it's your team. You can decide the transfer. Am I mad for picking Livramento over Trent? I I feel like I definitely want to say yes. I mean, I know that Liverpool's got the better fixture, but come on, this is Trent. This is Trent. Have the same team as you. How about Maris to Basuma and Parika to Bamford and save the Gundogan transfer at -4 next week to do Tony to Jimenez? Yeah, if you want to keep Gundogan, you could do that. Obviously, he's already dropped in price again, so you've already missed that. I like the idea of... Like, Jimenez fixtures for next week, by the way, are just ridiculous. Usually, like, I'm not bothered about whether a player's scored. I kind of do want to see Jimenez score before I bring him in. I don't know why, but Watford, Brentford, Southampton, Newcastle, Villa, Leeds, Everton, Palace, like, and then Norwich and West Ham. This and then Burnley. This run is like you playing like all the defenses you want to play in a row. Like Jimenez genuinely looks like a potentially super good option next week. I would be highly tempted to get him in. Do you know what I mean? It's just because he was out for so long. It's just because he was out for so long. That's all. Tony to Richarlison, can't afford Bamford and Calvert-Lewin, or save. I'd save the transfer. I think. HK, thank you. In that scenario, I don't know. I still don't rate Richarlison that highly as an FPL option. Plus, there's all this talk about him going to PSG. I'm not saying it will happen, but yeah, that would be annoying. Would you start Amarty or Livramento? Probably Amarty. Lukaku captain for a differential. Nah, come on. It's Liverpool. Like, it's Liverpool. I don't think there's anyone. I wouldn't even captain Ronaldo against Liverpool, I don't think. Well, don't hold me to that. Well, the fixtures are just that good for Jimenez, aren't they? After Jimenez scores a header, I'll consider him. I don't think he needs to score a header. He just needs to be taking headers, right? I think in the first match, did he not head the ball in the first match of the season? Liverpool defense is not even that good. I mean, it's pretty good. Like, and what's the standards you're putting when you're saying Liverpool defense is not that good? I mean, it's like top 5 in the league. I've got Mahrez and Barnes. Who should I go to? Again, that's up to you. I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into a position where I'm like looking at people's teams and then deciding their transfers for them. So if you've got Mahrez and Barnes, if you've got a suggestion for a player or something, I'm happy to give you my opinion. But I don't know who else you've got in your team. I don't know who else you might want to go for, what your strategies for next week, or anything like that. I bought in Basuma to fund my forward move. I don't think Rafinha's going to Brazil. As it stands, I said this on the preview. Right? This could change quickly. They could just, after this game week, they could just take all the international players. Like, it's possible. Right now, though, no. By the way, quick question: can you read the thing above my head? This is not to sound like I'm not being sarcastic. Like, is it readable? Like, if you're on a mobile screen, in fact, I'll just have a look myself because I feel like it's on the screen. And then the first question is about Parika. Let me see. I'm gonna watch my own stream on my phone. If it's not readable, maybe I need to make it a bit bigger. Yeah, you can see that, I think. I'm just watching myself on stream now. Is Ben Foster a worry for me? No. I'm just looking on FPL statistics now. Simicast is on the way down possibly soon. Could be down by game week 4. Who'd start? Tony. I think if you've got Tony, why would you not start him against Villa? That's my opinion. The chat kind of covers it up. Okay, fair enough. Sure to Davinson Sanchez. I wouldn't be bringing in Davinson Sanchez. I think he's probably fine, maybe for this week, maybe for next week. But when Romero starts playing, I'd be worried about him. And I wouldn't take Shaw out anyway. Best out of Wilson, Jimenez, Bamford, 4 to 7. I'm going to say Bamford. Bamford and Dyer or Wilson and Reguilon. Ooh, Reguilon is good. I do like Reguilon. But I do like Bamford as well. I'm going to say Bamford and Dyer, but that's close. Preferably Bamford and Reguilon. Let's see my son's team. I don't know if he's made any transfers. God knows what he's going to do. Like, he's like... the problem is now, because he plays FPL, is every single time a player scores, like every single time, he's worse than FPL Twitter. Every time I can hear him downstairs talking to his mum. Oh, I should have brought him in. Oh, I should have captained that. Like on Monday night, whoever scored well last time. And my internet's just gone. Like, my internet has just died. Why does my internet do that? It just dies completely, like goes to 0 and then comes back. It makes no sense. Should be back now. Should be back now. Start Mount or Tony? Tony? Yeah, I'd probably start Tony, I think. A Wolves defender for their running games. Yep, Semedo, preferably. Bringing Calvert-Lewin, Jimenez. Game week 4, hold out for Ronaldo. Probably hold out for Ronaldo. I think I would just... I don't know. Like, I'm going to have to keep saying this. I don't know how much is, I think... I don't know how much is I think Ronaldo is great, or how much is because I'm a Man United fan. I think you have to take. I think you have to take my Ronaldo takes with a pinch of salt. Probably. Don't forget to hit the like button, by the way, if you haven't already. There's 10,000 people watching. Let's get a like from every single one of you. That would be much appreciated. Obviously, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here as well. Tanganga or Ailing? Ailing. Also going Gundogan to Benrahma. Nice. Mahrez to Dele. I'm not sure about Dele Alli. He's hardly had any shots so far. I would definitely get Rafinha. Viva Ronaldo. I would definitely get Rafinha. I love the red flags. Try changing. I'm not on Wi-Fi though. I'm on. So the problem is I'm on a like one of those home plugs. So maybe that's the issue. I mean, it's usually pretty good. I am eventually going to get a cable run straight from the router up to the office, but I need to wait for an electrician to do that to get it done properly. So. It's annoying, but look, we're back. Most of the time, it's a good enough stream. Happy days. Happy days. It's not like the old days. I mean, I've bought Rafinha in this week, so anyone that's asked me about Rafinha, I do think he's a great option. I don't like the fact they run straight into Liverpool, but you know what? It is what it is. Ha 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 ha. Would you buy Lingard if he signs for West Ham? He'll never keep that up. He'll never keep that up. Possibly at some point. I don't think he'd be a priority transfer for me, that's for sure. Would this be a good week to use your free hit chip? I used it and got Kane and Son on board. I'm in the top 1,000. I'm worried that I may have used it too early. I think it's mostly best just to hold the free hit, but look, you could do really well out of it with Kane and Son, etc. FPL Lord says yes. I don't know what he's saying yes to though. Was Barnes to Benrahma a bit stupid? No, I wouldn't say stupid. I think when you do a move like that, right, you're accepting that Barnes might play 80 minutes against Norwich and could get a good score, but you've done it because there's a potential for him not to start and he's dropped in price, right? Don't need to run a cable to get a Powerline product. That's exactly what I'm using. I'm using like a really good one as well, like a Devoto Magic 2. Like it was pretty pricey, but I mean it's fine. Like it's fine for the most part, but just every now and again it just drops to 0 and then comes back. Like it might only do that once in the 2-hour stream, so it's not the end of the world. It's just a little bit annoying. But I'm definitely going to run a cable because why wouldn't I? Like it's my job being on the internet, so why would I not try and do the best thing possible for that? You know. Thoughts on Zuma at West Ham? Yeah, I mean. Everyone's loving him because he is pretty damn good in the air from corners and free kicks. So I do like him as an option. I think Craig Dawson is also very good at that as well, and they do have some good set piece takers. Again, would I pay that extra money over so far? I don't think I would. Like I'm already thinking like I'm trying to squeeze in like 2 or 3 premiums And we still don't know. Like, Ronaldo could be 13 million, by the way. I think he'll be 12.5. I know I keep saying that. It's a bit annoying that official FPL haven't told us his price, to be honest. Like, they've said they won't put him in the game until it's like completely official, but they could tell us the price. I'm sure there's got reasons why they're not doing that, but it is what it is. So with Calvert-Lewin, right? This is all we've got. This is all we've got on him. I'll probably have to put this up a couple more times for the deadline, an hour, just under an hour. But it is waiting to make a decision on the involvement of Calvert-Lewin and Brighton, with the strikers training program still restricted by a toe problem. Like, it is worth saying, he has had this toe problem for the first 2 game weeks, and he has scored in both of them and played. So he's been flagged to 75%. They kind of have to do that because of this article on the website. But realistically, I would suspect that he'll play, but I mean, I'm not going to say definitely. But if I had him, I got to be honest, I probably wouldn't be that worried. I would just keep him and move on. Like, I just wouldn't worry about it that much. I mean, obviously, I'd be a little bit concerned, and I'd be watching the team sheet. But happy days, happy days. He'll probably fine. He'll probably bang, and then everyone that didn't get him in will be crying, like me. Game week 4, Ings or Calvert-Lewin. I mean, I don't think there's any question that Calvert-Lewin is the better option out from game week 4 onwards. Like, he's one of the best striker options game week 4 onwards, I would say. Why didn't you transfer out Simicast for the extra 0.1 million? Like, it's not as big a deal as people are making. Like, using a transfer to get 1.1 out of a player that might not even drop this week. He won't drop this week. It's not that big of a deal. I can guide you on how to run a cable from the root. Nah, honestly, I'm happy just to pay an electrician to get it done properly. He's gonna go outside, then back in. He's gonna have proper terminals on the wall. Like we don't need to. Let's not spend the whole time talking about electricians and stuff. But I'm happy to just pay for it and get it done properly. Like, this is my job. It's worth doing. I need that Ethernet juice from the kitchen straight to the office. Oh, excuse me. I'm very tired. I have like 5.4 million in the bank. I don't have enough to get to Ronaldo, unfortunately. I don't play in Basuma to save money for Ronaldo next week. Nah, not doing it. I mean, I could do that, but then I'm stuck on a 4-4-2, 3-4-3-5-2 with Basuma. It's just not good. Is Mahrez a must sell? I don't think he's must sell, but I think there is a chance that he doesn't start, and that is a problem, and that is going to be a problem every week. If you have 3 from one team and you own someone else who gets transferred into the same team as those 3, does it mean you end up with 4? Yes, but it also means you get forced into making a transfer. So this is what I was saying yesterday, right? Again, I said if. I didn't say it's definitely happened. I just said if. So with my team now, if Basuma goes to Liverpool, which I agree. I don't think it's going to happen, right? This is if. Hypothetical, right? Chill out, Brighton fans. If Basuma goes to Liverpool, then I will have 4 Liverpool players. Trent, Salah, Simicast and Basuma. The worst thing about that is the game will then force me to transfer one of them out next time I want to make a transfer. I can't just keep them. So if I want to transfer in, I don't know, Bruno Fernandes to Son next week for whatever reason, I won't be able to do it until I transfer the Liverpool player out first. So that will force me into a hit next week regardless. So I'm very hoping that Basuma stays at Brighton for another season. But yeah. Son or Antonio captain? Yeah, Son. I think I'm gonna have to put my captain choices on screen going forward for the. It would just save. I think it would just help people out. I've got Watkins. Long story. Fair enough. Is there a chance he could play against Brentford? There is a chance. I think. I'd have to look up the quote, but I think it's like available or something like that. The thing is, he hasn't played for 2 games, so they could just give him the international break off. Yeah, I think he's going to be available for selection basically. Should I start him or sell him for Armstrong? I would be tempted to sell Watkins because I'm not sure about Armstrong long term because of the fixtures, but I think I wouldn't be against selling Watkins, and here's why. We don't know if he's definitely going to start. Even if he does, how will they line up? How will they play? They're already not looking great, and now to add Watkins in and a formation to get him and Ings playing, I'm not so sure about it. So I'd probably sell him. I'd probably sell him. Let me get this in. Best defenders long term. Trent, Shaw, Reece James possibly. Will Laporte get game time in the following weeks? Well, so I mean, again, Man City player. I would say he probably starts game week 3. After that, I don't know. I don't know. Watkins used to play for Western-super-Mare. Is that true? I think I've heard that before. Actually, I mean, is that true? I think it is, isn't it? Let's see. Yeah, he was Exeter City, and then he went on loan to Western-super-Mare. So he went from Exeter to Brentford to Villa. Damn. Played for Western-super-Mare. Mental. He made just 3 appearances before departing on loan to Western-super-Mare for the remainder of the campaign in December 2014. Imagine that. And then 7 years later, 6.5 years later, you're playing in the Premier League. On the 8th of December 2014, Watkins and Exeter City teammate Matt J joined Conference South club Western-super-Mare on a 1-month loan deals. Through repeated extensions of the loan, Watkins would remain with the Seagulls until the end of the 2014-15 season. He featured regularly for the team, scoring 10. He only scored 10 goals in 25 appearances. Blimey. I bet they weren't. 10 goals in 25 appearances is not very good for Western. Come on. Calvert-Lewin, right, unless there's a new source, Calvert-Lewin has not been ruled out. If we're just going by the Fantasy Football Scout tweet, then that's not confirmed out. That's why he's only 75%. Thoughts on Amartey over Ayling or Trent? I probably wouldn't do it. Maybe over Ayling. I don't hate it over Ayling because I think Leicester's a better defence. No updates on Mahrez, no. The thing is, like, I know I said we might get some team news, but that's all it is. We might get nothing as well. A few people are asking about it, but I just don't think we're gonna. I'm not convinced we're gonna get necessarily anything. Where is the discussion? Okay, here we go. Yeah, nothing. There will be people with the team now. Will you ever rotate Ronaldo when you get him? Yeah, possibly. I don't know. Like, I'm not. I would always be open minded to sell a player, like even Ronaldo. But I think, like, for me, Man United's fixtures are pretty good in the short term. Newcastle, West Ham, Villa, Everton. That's a pretty good fixture run. Then you could wildcard them out in Game Week 8 and then possibly bring them back. Or just transfer them out and then bring them back on a wildcard later on. Depends. Okay, so weirdly, I've just seen someone on Twitter mention about Basuma and Man United. Not from someone that usually talks about transfers. And then I've just seen someone say it in the chat. I wonder if you've just seen it from the same person. Surely not. Surely Man United are not going to go out and get Basuma as well. That would be mental. Will Greenwood be a must-sell in the near-coming future with Cavani coming back and Ronaldo coming in? Possibly, but let's just wait and see. If we see Ronaldo play at the top and Pogba play central, then we could see Sancho on the left, Greenwood on the right. Obviously, once Rashford and stuff's back as well, then it becomes really like chaotic. But I wouldn't panic on Greenwood just yet. Like, if anything, Greenwood owners are in a great position, right? They've got 2 goals from 2 games. They've got another game today for sure. Then against Newcastle, if he plays again, that's a great fixture, and happy days for him. You ride out the price rises. There's no need to be panicking about him, I don't think, just yet. Amati or Duffy? I'd probably think Duffy. I'd quite like Basuma at Man United. I don't think it's going to happen. I mean, imagine how much money Brighton would want. I mean, they sold Ben White for 50 million? Surely, for Basuma, they're going to want like 60 or 70 plus, I'd say. Although he's not... Has he only got like 1 year left? Maybe that's the reason. Do you just copy what Twitter and other streams say? No. Don't think so. I mean, I read and discuss on Twitter a lot, yes. I mean, I don't really watch other streams. Should I captain Son over Bruno this gaming? I would, if I had Son. Do you think CR7 will be 13 million? I really don't think he'll be more than 13 million. I think it would be crazy to price him at more. Like, at his peak, he was 14 million. He's got 2 years left, Basuma. Fair enough. At his peak, he was 14 million. I don't think he's going to be 13.5. The most he'll be, in my opinion, is 13. And I think there is a chance that he's just 12.5, the same as Kane. Calvert-Lewin, Rafinha for Mahrez, Tony. I think I'd probably do the Mahrez to Rafinha move and then just roll now. My transfer plan. So far I've done Gundogan and Mahrez to Rafinha and Basuma, and I'm going to transfer Parika out for Calvert-Lewin or probably Bamford. Would you do Mahrez, Rafinha, or risk Pep out? Rafinha likely in next weekend for longer term. By the way, Watkins only played as a left back. Once played as a left back. Did he? Oh my god. But then again, lots of players have done that, haven't they? I think like every single player, no matter what position they're in, has played like as a forward when they're younger because they were just that good. If I had 2 free transfers, I'd probably consider Mahrez or Rafinha. If it's just one, I mean, this is where I get a bit like illogical because if I don't bring Rafinha in this week, I probably don't bring him in against Liverpool. So yeah, I'm really. Would I do Mahrez to Rafinha? I mean, I've done it, so I guess I would do it, right? But I was in a bit of a different situation. I do like. I'm not confident about Mahrez starting. I'd be surprised if he misses 2 games in a row, but then it's also Pep, so I wouldn't be that surprised. So I think if I had 2 free chances, I'd definitely do it. I think. But I guess you don't. That's what you're asking. I'd still be very tempted to do it. Ings Mahrez to Kane Phillips. Phillips. Who's that? Calvin Phillips? It's going to be someone obvious now, isn't it? Midfielder Phillips. Is that Calvin Phillips? I'm not sure. I don't think that doesn't sound like a great move to me. Why not Ings instead of Bamford or Calvert-Lewin? Ings is just way too of a short-term play. Like, he's good for this week, and then I'd want rid of him straight away. Like, I think Ings has been a little bit lucky to get the points he has. I mean, you can't say lucky because players do have penalties, but if El Ghazi been on the pitch, like it was 97th minute. I'm still bitter about it. Thoughts on captain Rafinha against Burnley? Rafinha's never really going to be a captain option for me, I don't think, unless it's a double game where Leeds only. I like it. I think he's great, and I think he'll have steady returns, but I'm just not sure about captaincy. To be honest. To be honest. Yeah, look, I feel like it's 2 hours of talking about Calvert-Lewin. I would keep him if I had him. It would possibly put me off buying him though. It'd be one of those where I know what'll happen. He'll be flagged. People either won't get him or they'll sell him, and then he'll go mad, and then Twitter will tell you that you were crazy to have looked at that because he's had that toe injury all along anyway. That's my Calvert-Lewin prediction. Obviously, I'm hoping for a clean sheet if I've just got Sanchez. Thoughts on Harvey Barnes? Do I keep or sell? I would probably keep at this point. There's nothing like... I know everyone's speculating. Like, the thing is, everybody's speculating they're going to move to 2 up front, but it's quite clear that Iheanacho did really well last year. They've bought in Daka, and Rodgers has still started with 4 at the back, like playing 4-2-3-1. So I don't know if he's just going to change that just because Perez is out. So I would probably keep him just because it's Norwich, especially if I had a good bench. You ignored my advice and took a -4. That's what I like to see. I'm quite often wrong, so that's absolutely fine. Captain Antonio Son. James, where is that team? Like, I gotta be honest, I don't like team news unless there's a source. So if you can tweet me a source, then I'm happy to look at it. But I can't really. Yeah, I mean you've put it in a super chat, so I can get rid of it, but I don't really want to. Like, I can hide it. If Watkins is back for Villa, that changes our whole dynamic. Yeah, but not necessarily in a good way, right? It's like another player to add into a mix of a formation that hasn't... I don't know. I'd worry about it a little bit. This is where they have Castagna back who can slot in a right centre-back. Yeah, I'm not saying it won't happen, but like they could put Pereira right midfield and then put Castagna right back and still play 4 at the back, right? I mean, it's Norwich. Are they going to want to go 2 up front? I don't know. million a month, yeah. It's actually, now I'm on 200,000 subscribers. It's actually 2 million. Captain Farika. You used to work with me in EA. Keep up the great work. Fenco UK. I wonder who that is. There's lots of people that used to work at EA. Make yourself known. Keep up. Thank you. But how can we have Farika and you start? I'm going to sell him. I'm just not sure who for yet. I guess at this point, possibly Bamford. Calvert-Lewin though, he's just going to play, isn't he? You just know he's going to play. Why Rafinha? Because he's a legend, and I wish I just started with him. I've wildcarded Kane in 0.7 in the bank for Ronaldo next week. Good idea. Let's see if it's a good idea. By the way, I think the rules, I think Zofar on Twitter was saying, or had a thread from a while back saying the Ronaldo can't rise in price for the first week. So once he gets added to the game, he won't rise anyway. So I don't think he's going to be more than 30 million. So if you've got 0.7 in the bank, Jack, you're looking good, I would say. Would you bench Jota over Ayling? Probably not. What did I do at EA? I did various things at EA. I started off as a CSR, a customer service representative for Star Wars The Old Republic. I had my own little droid that you could go in game with. And then I did executive and customer relations. And then I did community management. And that ended up on FIFA. Community management for FIFA on the forums. Ayling versus Duffy. Yeah, I think I'd go Duffy. For that old goal threat. Take a -4 this week and next, or not take one this week and just wildcard next week. I mean, that's a big question. Again, I know you can't just put your whole team up and also ask that question, but I don't know if you need a wildcard. Like a hit this week and a hit next week is not bad, but it depends how many. If you're just like papering over the cracks and then you've still got loads of issues left, you could wildcard. But I would say most people's teams aren't. Like, look at my team. I've got like so many flag players. I'm still not really looking to. I'm still not really looking to wildcard this week or next week. Should I take a -4 to take out White for Ayling? I probably wouldn't know. I think White from next week would be good. Would be decent. Ronaldo's 11.5 million in fan team, not in FPL. He's not in FPL yet. Do I play FIFA? I haven't done for a while, but I do want to get back into it with FIFA 22. Maybe stream it. I don't know. Stream it a bit. I'm not going to promise I'm going to be streaming every day or anything like that. My name is George, Bristolian. We hung out at a Christmas party one time. Was that when? Were you new then? Were you new to the company then? I feel like yes, the Bristolian thing. I can't picture you. I kind of remember. I remember like it was, and we sat in the bar before it all kicked off, on the seats by the window. I think. I'd be sent to Bamford over Calvert-Lewin. Yeah, I would be too. I think. So far or Duffy. Anyway, good to see you. I hope things are going well. I don't know if you're still at EA or not. If you are, I hope things are going well. What was that about? Okay. So far or Duffy. So far. Sean, thank you. Zach, Trent to James, Greenwood to Benrahma for money for Lukaku. Nah. I wouldn't make moves like that unless you're absolutely sure you're going to get Lukaku ahead of, what, Spurs and City in the next 3? I don't know about that. I wouldn't make the moves right now. Ronaldo was 12 million in euros. Yeah, but I wouldn't pay too much attention to that for this. Do you have TikTok? No, I can't get into TikTok. I'm too old. I'm too old. Oh, hang on. Okay. Did you? Okay, George. You have to try and put it in the chat. I'm picturing you now. I know who you are. I think it's. Did you do workforce? Was it workforce planning? I'm trying. This is it now. I'm not even thinking about FPL. I'm trying to work out who George is. Workforce planning, wasn't it? Hold Jota or sell him with Mahrez for a premium. I mean, Jota or Mahrez to a premium plus another player, especially if you've got 2 free transfers, could be nice. Where do you see upcoming price changes? FPLstatistics.co.uk. So when I was younger, I always thought my memory would always be great. My memory is awful. Sean, thank you. Zuba, thank you. Grealish versus Rafinha. I'm saying Rafinha. Rafinha's a bit like Antonio for me. Like if it's Rafinha or someone else, I'm always gonna say Rafinha. Again, Calvert-Lewin. This is all we can say on Calvert-Lewin. Benitez waiting to make a decision. He's been playing with his toe injury. In game week 1 and 2, so he's probably going to be fine. Ding, 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 ding. That's me, the WFM guy. That's it. I remember you, George. I remember you. I hope you're good. 1.5 million in the bank. Duffy for White or Greenwood to Benrahma. Probably Greenwood. Would you not just hold? If your team's fine, I'd probably hold. If you have to make a transfer, White to Duffy, I guess. The thing is with Greenwood is you might want him out soon, but I don't know right now if that's going to be the case. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with Man United. One of the things for sure, Ronaldo's playing up front, right? We know that. Yes, Calvert-Lewin's flagged because of that quote. That's it. Not because FPL know anymore and that they know he's definitely out. Unless he's been red flagged, but I don't think that's going to be the case somehow. So he's going to be yellow flagged. That will have to be in until he plays. Once he plays, that will be taken off. Would I consider Neves? Not for my FPL team. Which I guess is what you're asking. Amati over Trent? Nah. Who'd start? Morpay? You got to start Morpay over Brownhill. Because Morpay's either going to... He's probably either going to start or just not be in the squad at all. So I would just play him. I got Basuma for funds. Yeah, FPLstatistics.co.uk for price rises and falls. George the planner. The planner guy. You know those workforce guys. Telling you when you can and can't have breaks, that kind of thing. When you can and can't go on holiday. Those guys. Although I was kind of lucky, like, because when I worked in the community, you didn't really, like, you weren't on the phone, so you didn't have to be at your desk, like, at certain times. So I was happy. I had quite a bit of flexibility, so it was good. Luca Dean or Ailing for Simicast. Have enough of both. I'm not. I wouldn't. I don't think I'd be putting all my money into Luca Dean right now. To be honest, I'd rather save that and maybe spend it. I just think it's going to be more interesting things to do going forward in attack in particular. Basuma or Dallas based on this game week only. I mean, Dallas is a little bit more attacking, so I'll say Dallas for this week only. Like long term, I'd rather save the money, right? Play Sofal or Luca Dean this week. Sofal. It's against Crystal Palace. It's a really good defensive fixture. Like I would definitely be playing him. Missed the days when you had less viewers and more comments would be replied to. Yeah, but you know what it is? I'm happy with how things are, to be honest. I think the content's been really good in pre-season, start of the season, graphics upgrades. I'm happy with how things are going. It is it's just one of those things. You trade off more people, you can't reply to the same percentage, but like I can't change that. There's not really a good way to change that. Got 2 free transfers and Simicast is the only possible move this game week. Worth transfers. Yeah, again, if you've got 2 free transfers and nothing else to do, I think Simicast is a good trade-off. You free up the Liverpool spot, and you get him out before he potentially goes down in price. He could go down in price at some point soonish, right? Like people are going to after this week, people are going to realise he's not nailed, and they're going to start selling him. So, Madison or Barnes for Buendia. I mean, I feel like in normal circumstances, I definitely want Barnes. But Madison is probably safer for minutes. So possibly Madison, but I don't know what I've done in my fan team. I've taken a hit. I think I've got Antonio in, Rafinha in, and someone else in. I can't remember who. Yeah, Simicast, get rid. If you've got 2 free transfers, get rid of him. Man, so many people on Antonio or Son captain. Like, I've said Son like a million times now. I even said it on the Captaincy video, and I even said it on the other video I did, the 2000 managers one as well. Like, I like Son captain this week. He's good. He is good. He is good. I wouldn't put Benrahma in for Greenwood this week. I don't think. No, maybe for next week. But let's see first. Who's more nailed, Livramento or Duffy? Great question. I'd say right now they're probably as nailed as each other. Longer term, I'd put my money on Livramento, but like, you've got to remember we're only 2 weeks in. Things can change quickly. Like, this. It's not trying to like sit on the fence or cop out, but. I said it after game week 1. Don't panic too much. There'll be a load of different things from game week 2. Suddenly there's loads of different discussions now. Game week 3, we could see players get benched we're not expecting to be benched, and then there's more panic. It's very early in the season. So I'm going to say Livramento, but who knows? The fact that he got kind of rested in the cup was kind of handy as well. So I would put my long-term money on him. Thank you. I can't read Arabic, so apologies. I don't know what their name is. Sorry if this is answered already, but is Son or Kane a better? I would captain Kane over Son, I think. Would you imagine the uproar if Calvert-Lewin's on the bench? I just don't see it. I think he'll play. Like, he's already played 2 game weeks. Like, why would he not play again? I don't know. Maybe I'll be wrong, but. I'm just having a look. I haven't really thought too much about captaincy this morning. Bertrand will play. He is. I think he's available now. Let me see. Let me see if I can find the quote. Yeah, I think he's available now. But I don't. If you've got him, I'd maybe risk him, but I wouldn't be bringing him in. I mean, Luke Thomas could just play again, right? Salah or Son for captain. Son. Ings and Son to Kane and Salah for a hit. Nah, I wouldn't take that hit. I think I would just stick. I mean, Kane is a great captain, but if I've already got Son, I'd probably just captain him and keep Ings for Brentford, I think. What do you think of Dominic's Chanel handbags? I'm sure they're great. No, I'm not Irish. I was born in England. I lived there for ages, and now I live in Ireland. In Ireland. That's like the number 2 question every single week. Put the team up properly. There we go. Get the angles in properly. How long we got left? We got 24 minutes until the deadline. 24 minutes until the deadline. Okay, I don't even know if we've got any other things to discuss we haven't already discussed. Calvert-Lewin and Son, Antonio captain. Massive. The scout replies, play DCL, expecting to start. Oof. I would say he'll probably start too. Yeah, Mahrez. I've not seen any news on Mahrez, to be honest. What can you say in Irish Gaelic? Not a lot, to be honest. Everyone's always so surprised when I say that. Like you get two types of people. Some people are just surprised I'm not actually Irish, and then some people are just surprised I live in Ireland. 2 free transfers. Take out Mahrez and Barnes. Bring in Son. Captain will have 6.3. You think 4 hours or who? Already have Benrahma, Antonio. 6.3. I mean, I like the moves. I don't. 4 nows. I mean, looks okay for now. Yeah. You've already got Benrahma. That makes it tricky. That would have been such an obvious answer. Let me do this. Yes, I've captain Son. For sure. You should watch Australian Rules. I have watched it before. I don't think I'm going to watch. I don't think I'm going to consistently watch it. Do you know what? If it was game week 4 and you had 6.3 million, I'd highly think about Saka. As it stands, I'd probably go for someone like Saul Harrison. I think. I have a transfer left. Should I take out Tony now? If yes, who should I go for? I probably wouldn't take him out. Bruno and Obafemi out. Bruno and Obafemi out for Kane, captain, and Rafinha for a hit. Ooh, do you know? I don't hate that, but again, yeah, I don't hate that. I kind of like it, to be honest. Kane, captain, and Rafinha, I can't argue with it. I don't know if taking Bruno out for a -4 is worth it, but there you go. If you had someone, would you captain? Yeah. Salah, Son, or hold 2 free transfers. Worried about international break. I'd probably hold, unless you got a plan for when you get Son in. You know. I still have Bruno, Greenwood, Ings rotation. Ings isn't getting rotated to Ronaldo 8, Calvert-Lewin next week. That's pretty nice. If I sell Salah, then I have to wildcard. Yeah, you're going to want Salah from Game Week 4, I think. Unless he's not available for whatever reason. I'd probably just hold Salah. Salah out for Mason. Greenwood? Again, no, probably not. 9.5 million striker, who to buy? Thoughts on front? I mean, I'd probably just get the obvious ones. Bamford, Calvert-Lewin, someone like that. Front seven seems okay, but I wouldn't sell Salah. You'll want him back next week. But again, how do you feel about American soccer compared to world football? How can the USA catch up to the beautiful game? God, that's a very deep question for Saturday morning on a deadline stream. Honest answer is I don't know. I don't know. It's difficult, right? Because the thing is, it's not just about the MLS or whatever getting bigger. It's also, while that's happening, the Premier League and stuff's also getting bigger. Like, the Premier League is just mad right now. Like, I know that like someone like Mbappe is still going to move to like Real Madrid, but the money in the Premier League compared to the other leagues is just stupid at the moment. So it's very hard to catch up. But realistically, I'll be honest. Like, I'll never. Like, I'm not one of those people that will just spring an opinion out of nowhere. I don't really have an opinion about American soccer. I don't watch it. I don't know enough about it. So the honest answer is I just don't have. I don't have an opinion about it. I'm sure it's great and getting better, but I don't watch it. So I don't watch La Liga, Serie A, or anything really. Sell Veltman or Simicast for Ailing. I'd probably sell Simicast, I think, just because Veltman could be back from Game Week 4. He's been back in training apparently. That Mahrez news from that Diego guy is complete rubbish. Like, he might be right, but he's not an in the know. I've got him blocked already. So, play Jota over Ailing, yeah. I mean, Rafinha in for Jota if you got 2 free transfers. I kind of like that. Bench Duffy or Ailing? Ailing probably. MH, thank you. Will I be watching Kerry versus Tyrone? Was that? I won't be, no. Sorry to say. That's basically why it's a small league. No one outside the US watches it. I'm sure people do. Like, do you know what I mean? Most people. I mean, at the end of the day, like I see people all the time. Like, you know, I've watched this player in the Liga all season, and I've watched this guy. I'm thinking, how are you watching like all the Premier League games, all the Serie A games, and all the La Liga games? It's absolutely mad. There's no way you can be watching all them. So I'm always skeptical when people say like they've watched X amount of whatever. I'm sure maybe they just watched the highlights. I don't know. Ben Rama in for Barnes. I personally would keep Barnes at this point if you've not already made the move. No, I'm in Galway, not Dublin. I don't think I could deal with Dublin life, you know. It's just busy, like London. Not quite as busy as London, but you know what I mean. City, big city. Not sure about it. I like going to Dublin, but I don't know if I could live there in a busy city. Had Sancho since game 1. Is it time to get him out? Oh, if you've still got Sancho, would you not be tempted to keep for Wolves? I'd be tempted to keep him, I think. Otherwise, if you can get to Son, that could be nice. Am I getting Ronaldo? Possibly, yeah. Are you ever going to do a video on how you made it big in FPL? The thing is, like, to be honest, completely honest, videos like that just don't do very well. Like, this channel is an FPL channel, and so it does FPL content. People don't really like. There'll be a small minority of people that would want to see a video like that, but ultimately it just wouldn't do very well on the channel, which is why I just don't do stuff like that. But what I will say is, I have bought myself a new camera. Like a vlogging style camera. Don't worry, I'm not going to start doing daily vlogs or anything, but I am going to create a new like personal channel and do some videos, I guess, like that. Maybe not about like how to make it big in YouTube. I do think FPL YouTube is slightly different to some other YouTube channels for various reasons. But so hopefully I can do hopefully I can do something like that soon. Maybe we'll take the camera out around Galway. I don't know. It's weird like having a camera in front of you like this. Like, it's easy like this because I've done it for so long. What's up with Salah? Not a lot. What to do with Mahrez? Already have Rafinha and Benrahma. Not before that. Should I hold? If you've not got a move in mind, I'd be tempted to hold. Like, you get another week's worth of data. You get another spare transfer next week. Like, if you've got no obvious move, then I possibly would sell. Keep. Bruno and Ings out for Pogba. Like, every situation is different. I didn't have Rafinha. I wanted to upgrade my forward line. I didn't want to take any price drop on Gundogan and Mahrez. That's why I've sold them. But every team is different, right? Bruno and Ings out for Pogba and Kane. The thing is with these moves, I don't hate them because Kane captain could be amazing. But I also, if that's for a hit, I wouldn't do it. If it's for free, maybe. But you just got to think, what are you going to do next week with Pogba? Are you happy to keep him? I guess you probably are for Newcastle at home. Next week, Jimenez the best striker option. No, I still think Calvert-Lewin, if he's fit, is better than Jimenez. But Jimenez is worth a punt, I think, potentially. What do I like about living in Galway? I just like the city, to be honest. I don't know. Ireland's a nice place to live. Salt Hill's good. The town's good. Nice bars, nice pubs. Yeah, it's just good. Tony Barnes, Luca Dean to Calvert-Lewin, Benrahma, Duffy. I don't think I would do that move, no, to be honest. Because I think Tony's okay this week. I think Barnes, if he plays, is okay. And Calvert-Lewin's flagged. I think, like I said, I do think he'll play, right? I'm not just saying that, but I don't know if I would like bring him in for like a 3-part move like that. Ahmed, thank you very much. Bruno and Scarlett to Kane captain and Rafinha -4. Quite like that. We'd only have 0.6 in the bank if Ronaldo was 30 million would be priced out. Would you go for Harrison over Rafinha? No, I would get points on the board right now, to be honest. I guess that's an issue, but you can always take a hit if you really need Ronaldo, right? Jay, wildcard for me, Kane, Son in, Iheanacho thought. I definitely wouldn't get Iheanacho. Too risky. He could start, but you don't know that for sure. And then suddenly you're banking a transfer straight away. Bruno out, Son in for a hit, and captain Son. I don't think I would take Bruno out for a hit, to be honest. Duffy or Livramento, I want to start with him this week. Duffy. Is Nico Williams a good pick to save 0.1? No, not for me. What's your thoughts on Reece James? Had him since game 1. I think he's a great option. Yeah, I would definitely keep him. I think if they sign a new defender, that might be a problem with his rotation. But he's great going forward. Chelsea's a great defence. I like him. Start Livramento or Ayling. I'm going to say Ayling. Duffy and Simicast. Sure. You voted for me. Thank you. Yeah, if you want to vote for me in the Football Content Awards, you can do that. You don't have to. You can go and vote for someone else as well, of course. Shaw must this game week. Thinking to play in Buemo. I'd probably play in Buemo over Shaw, yes, but I'd also want to find a way to play Shaw as well. Simicast, Livramento, sit on White and Veltman and hope. Yeah, if you've got 2 free transfers, yeah. I think a lot of people are doing that. Yeah, I saw a comment. I didn't see who it was from. I saw a comment about, yeah, when you're outside of the city. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But I don't know. I'm sure. I'm not saying Dublin's not nice, by the way. I'm not saying that. I've just got no reason to leave Galway, to be honest. Some of us saying Antonio captain. Yes, I have. Why start? I just think fixture-wise. I just think fixture, midfielder, happy days. Like, Antonio's a great captain. I will probably captain him over Fernandes, although. Oh, I'm so torn. I feel like I'm all over the place because Fernandes was going. If I didn't have Son, Fernandes was going to be my captain. I've been swayed a bit by Antonio, haven't I? I'm going 4-5-1 and benching Tony, but I'm really not happy about it. Yeah, I often do that. I often do a move and think, I've done it. I'm not that happy about it, though. That happens a lot. Parika is starting because I'm going to transfer him out. And so someone will go into that position. Veltman, Mahrez, Tony, to Livramento, Calvert-Lewin, Greenwood. Again, I'm thinking more medium long term, right? So you might be thinking a bit more shorter term. I just think Greenwood after the next couple of games, I'm just not sure where he's going to be. I don't hate those moves, but I'm not sure I'd do them. I have 2 free transfers. I want to get Ronaldo, so should I replace Simicast with Duffy or Greenwood to Benrahma this week? I mean, I don't know. Like, does Simicast and Duffy give you enough money, or do you need Greenwood to Benrahma? I wouldn't want to be removing Greenwood this week, I don't think. So I'd probably do the other one. In a fight. Bruno and Lukaku are going to smash Kane and Salah in a fight. Come on. How's it going? Should I replace Captain Son and Salah? I would go Son. Think Ronaldo should cost less than a Kane? No. Now, I think it's not even just what he's capable of, it's just what he is. Like, he is like one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He's at Man United. His price needs to be high. You don't want to make it too low. Like, you make it 12 million, everyone's just straight into him. FPL show appearance soon. Maybe, yeah, if they ask. I've done Ultimate Fan, I think. Good point, though. Let me just double check. I need to get a new iPad soon. This one's so old. Let me check. Ultimate Fan. I've got Aubameyang in the Ultimate Fan. So I also packed Bamford this week. So I've got Bamford Golden Boot. I've got Saka and Aubameyang in. And then I've got Gross, Reece James and Luka Dean. I don't really have another midfielder that I'd want to put in ahead of Saka and Aubameyang. I know they've got a difficult game this week. I've got more pay. Could I put more pay in instead of... No, not instead of Aubameyang, I don't think. So yeah, then I've got Man United. I don't know if you can see this. I mean, my iPad's so old. Oh, the green goes because of the green screen, but that's my Ultimate Fan team. So that's done. Fan team's done as well. Do I think DCL will play it? If I had to put money on it, I would put money on that he's going to start. But Sky's easy because I haven't had to do anything apart from change captains. I'll think about my overhaul next week. I'll just double check Fan team. I'm pretty sure it's done. Delhi captain, that I would say that is quite mad. Delhi captain, yeah. Duffy or Marty to start. Duffy, like the stream, people. Let's get Annie to 10,000 likes. Yeah, keep hitting the like button. I think 10k is probably ambitious, but yeah, thank you very much. Favorite spot in Galway, Taft's. I don't think I've really been in there that much. O'Connell's, I guess yes if it's warm, like inside, not so much. I like Oslo and Salt Hill. Obviously, it's a bit out of the town, but not that far. I think I've set my captains. So my captains in Sky are obvious, I think. I've done Antonio on Saturday and Fernandes on Sunday. So that's confirmed. No transfers. I'm just playing Gundogan and Barnes again, hoping for the best. And then in the new iPad comes out on the 14th of September. Is that true? So I shouldn't buy one right now. Have they already like confirmed all the specs and stuff and the prices for that? I do live in Galway. Not live for nearly 10 years now as well. I think I bought in Rafinha, Antonio, and Basuma in for a hit in Fan Team. Probably not the best option, to be honest, but it is what it is. 9 minutes until the deadline. Get your moves locked in. Get your captain locked in. I'm on Antonio. I think I'm going to... Will I regret it? Can I ever regret captaining Antonio? I probably can. Barnes Stones out. Barnes and Stones out for Rafinha and Cresswell. I don't mind that because I don't know if Stones is going to play again. You could just make the Stones move though, and just keep Barnes. Should I start Ayling or Amarty? I'm going to say Ayling. That's what I've said all along. So who do I bench? Jota, Ayling, Amarty. I would bench. I have Barnes and Mahrez. I think I'm going to swap it into Benrahma and Basuma. And get Kane instead of Ings then from -4. Oh, I don't hate that. I really don't hate that. But I mean, Barnes and Mahrez have both got good fixtures, and you're also taking a -4. But if you want to captain Kane, I don't hate it. Let's just say that. I have Barnes and Mahrez, and I'm thinking of swapping in. Oh yeah, sorry. One spot: Trent versus 8. Trent. Sojek off the bench for Tony. No, I'd play Tony. I wouldn't transfer Ings out either. I took a -4 for Son. Should I captain? I mean, if you're bringing Son in for a hit, I don't know why you're not captaining him. To be honest. Oh my god, people are selling Calvert-Lewin now. Madness. I think that's madness. I'm listening to some great music, by the way. I know you can't hear it, but I am. Yeah, well, there's 7 minutes left, apparently. 7 minutes to make any changes you want. Do, 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 do. I've transferred Parika out already, by the way. I will show you just after the deadline what I've done. Salah and Parika out for Sancho and Wilson in. Nah, I don't like Salah to Sancho. I think if it was a better fixture, I'd maybe take that punt. Which priority player is worth a hit? I mean, Spurs players, I guess. Spurs players. Captain Bruno in anticipation of a Ronaldo uplift. Yeah, I've thought about it for sure. Greenwood for Mahrez. I don't know if I'd bring Greenwood in right now, to be honest. What happened to Candyland? We could bring Candyland back. I'm not going to try and pronounce that place you've just said in Spittle, but I think I've been there. Yeah, it's on the... Is it? Yeah, I've been there. I've been that place. I've been there a few times. Podrick... I can't pronounce... I'm not going to pronounce it. I'm not going to make myself look like an idiot, but yeah, I've been there. Amarty or Livramento. To bring in Livramento, I think. To play this week, Amarty. Captain Son or Son. Kane or Antonio, Captain Kane. Morris, Grealish or Saka long term. I mean, the thing is, they're quite different in price. So, what are you going to use the money for? I mean, I quite like Saka's fixtures, to be honest, but Grealish plays for Man City, so I'd probably say him. But if you need the money, Saka. Son or Antonio Captain? Yeah, still Son. Still Son. I know not everyone's been watching the whole way through, right? Like, I fully get that, but yeah, that is the most asked question, Son or Antonio. I did a whole video on it. Let me see if there's anything on Mara. I don't think we're going to get any team news now. Yeah, I don't see anything about Mara. I don't know if he's going to start Mahrez. Do 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 do. No, you don't have to be sorry for asking again. I'm just saying I've answered it quite a lot already. I just know that obviously people don't watch this for 2 hours. They come in, they ask a question, they go again. Some people watch for a long time, but Ings Captain Lock, good luck. Okay, last thing on Calvert-Lewin, right? So this is from the Everton website. So this was embargoed, so it didn't get released until like 10 o'clock last night. Benitez is waiting to make a decision on the involvement of Calvert-Lewin at Brighton, with the strikers' training program still restricted by a toe problem. But this is most important. Calvert-Lewin's had this toe injury through Game Week 1 and 2. So I would say the chances are that he plays again. All right. Obviously, he is a doubt because he's 75% now. But yeah. He should play. I wouldn't sell him if I had him. I wouldn't sell him. Duffy or Livramento start, Mark? I would say Duffy. Someone said you're only showing transfers after deadline. If that's good, if that's the case, good on you. Also, don't doubt Antonio Captain. The man's on fire and playing at home. Yeah, I do like the fact he's playing at home. Oh, I don't know. I just feel like I might regret it, but it is. Enough Galway propaganda. Hell no. Thoughts on Sancho from here on out, FPL wise? He has been dead weight. Yeah, I think the problem is obviously he wasn't up to full fitness, and the thing is he's got to play Wolves now. I think he'll come good, but I've got to be honest. In the games he's come on at, I don't really recall anything of note, like thinking, "Wow, he's looking good." So right now, I'm not too sure what to make of Sancho. Would I take him out this week? The fact that I think he'll start. He's got to be ready for a start now, surely. I think I'd probably keep him, but I just want to see something from him first. City Extra think Mahrez is going to start, but what do they know? Or are they just guessing? Is this just a predicted lineup? Let me see. So Neil on Fantasy Football Scout, he has Jesus starting again because Jesus was so good. Yeah, I what I would say with Mahrez is there's just no guarantees, and I can't say any more than that. I just do not know. We are not locked in yet. We're not locked in. We've still got another 30 seconds to go. Who wins today, Tyrone or Kerry? I'm going to say Kerry just because I've been there. The deadline is in. I've made my transfer already, by the way. Chill. Thoughts on Galway Girl by Ed Sheeran? I prefer the other Galway Girl. Are we locked? We're not locked yet. The game is updating. Oh, they've got rid of the update screen. Okay, so this is what I've done. Hang on, let me just... Hang on. Oh, now I don't know if it's going to work. Oh, I'm an idiot. Might just be blank. So I bought in Bamford. And the knock has made me worried about bringing in Calvert-Lewin. So like I say, if I had him, I wouldn't have sold him. So basically, my plan was to get Bamford and get Calvert-Lewin next week. And Cristiano Ronaldo has kind of messed that up a little bit. So that is my move. And like I said to you, at some points this season, I'm going to hide what my move is. I talked about Bamford a lot this week. So Bamford's in. Obviously, I'm hoping that Leeds do something against Burnley. And then, so right now, next week, I can either do Fernandes to Ronaldo for a hit, or I can just do Tony to Calvert-Lewin, because I do want Calvert-Lewin from Game Week 4. So it depends on what happens with... I might end up wildcarding. I'm not sure. But yes, I've got a lot of money in Leeds now. The reason why I hide some of my moves is because people are just straight up copying. I literally get emails and tweets and messages saying, "What move are you doing?" They don't even say what move you're doing. It's what move are you doing? I'm copying your team, and I don't want people to copy it all season. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to apologise for it. And it kind of sucks because the minority are spoiling it for everyone else, because a lot of people just want to see the move. They're not necessarily looking to copy it all season. But there was after Game Week 1, there was about 600 odd people with my exact same team, like even with the bench positions in exactly the same order and everything. And I just think it sucks. So at times through this season, that's going to happen. Sometimes I'll make my moves and I'll just show it, but there we go. And by the way, I literally talked about Bamford all freaking stream and in the team selection video. So there you go. That's the way it is. If you did enjoy it, please do give it a like, especially for everyone that copies that's about to unlike it, and hit that subscribe button as well. But what I said is true, right? I am never, ever, ever going to go into a team selection video and lie. I'm not going to say, oh, do you know what? I'm going to take out Fernandes for Son and then do something completely different. I'll always talk about, like, sometimes I will change my mind, but I'm never gonna sit here and pretend a player's a good option when they're not. Like, I'm just never gonna do that, right? You've done the right thing, Andy. Copycats are ruining the game. I love you for this. Yeah, I think the good thing is more people are gonna be appreciative of it than are gonna dislike the decision. So, and look, I already showed the Rafinha Basuma move. So I mentioned that I'll be transferring Preaker out. You knew you were going to pick Bamford from what you were saying. Yeah, I kept saying about I don't know if I'd bring Calvert-Lewin in this week. I said that to so many questions. I said if I had him, I'd sell him, and if I didn't have him, I would be worried. I would be concerned about bringing him in. So yeah, and we're not going to discuss it every week either because it's just going to get boring. So. Like. Yeah, so yeah, give the stream a like. Fingers crossed this week. I'm actually not probably going to be able to track too many of the games this weekend. So there's even a part of me, I might not. I mean, the guys on Black Box, as and Mark, are doing Match of the Day challenge, right? So if you're around tonight and you want to watch something, they are going to watch Match of the Day live and basically react to it without seeing what the scores are. They're going to have the chat off and stuff like that. And Mark's got Lukaku in. So it's going to be brilliant to watch that. But I might actually not know the scores by Sunday. And if that's the case, I might just skip them and just live react to the whole game week on Sunday. It depends. I'll see if I end up catching the scores, then I won't do that. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some people hitting a dislike. I don't care. If you can't make your own decisions, that's on you, not me. But to counteract it, make sure to hit that like button. It'd be very much appreciated. It does help. Yeah. So there we go. Like I said, I'm never gonna lie about my thoughts on a player, but I might change my mind and whatever. You regret going Ings to Calvert-Lewin. It might still work out. I mean, if Calvert-Lewin plays, he's still a great option, right? And he's a great option from game week 4. Next week, I have made things difficult for myself next week, right? And here's why. If Calvert-Lewin's fine, which I'm sure he will be, and I get Ronaldo in, then I'm not going to have Calvert-Lewin for next week. And that kind of sucks. So I'm a little bit worried about bringing Bamford in because Bamford and Rafinha have both got Liverpool in game week 4. But the thing is, if I wildcarded next week, I still think I would have Rafinha. So I'm not that worried about it. I just really hope that Tony scores this week. Just stop the sales would be really nice. The funny thing is as well, Bamford is actually still dropping in price. So as in like he's still being transferred out more than he's being transferred in. So that's a worry. That is a worry. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Continue to hit that like button. We're over 4,000 likes. You absolute legends. Hit that subscribe button. I will be back on Sunday to react to the games. And obviously, we've got international break next week. So there'll still be some content, but it'll be a little bit different. So yeah, thank you very much. Thanks for all the support as always. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Enjoy your weekends. And I'll see you again soon.